Money has always been an illusion, just paper, digits, or belief backed by power. But in the 21st century, the illusion evolved. Not in a central bank. Not in Wall Street. But in code. Welcome to FluxFolio Finance. Today, we unravel the quiet revolution unfolding beneath the surface of global finance. A revolution not led by presidents or bankers, but by stablecoins. You may have heard the names: Tether, USDC, DAI. But these aren't just crypto tokens, they're synthetic dollars. Digital twins of fiat, built not to replace the system but to slip into its veins. And now, they're becoming the rails of a shadow monetary empire. Let's begin with the basics. Stablecoins are cryptocurrencies pegged to real-world currencies, usually the US dollar. For every one USDT or USDC, there's typically $1 worth of assets held in reserve, commercial paper, cash, or most often now, short-term US Treasuries. And that's where it gets interesting. Because those reserves? They're not just backstops. They're ballast. Tether, as of 2025, holds over $150 billion in assets, including $118 billion in US Treasury bills. Circle, which issues USDC, holds over $60 billion. Together, they rival the bond holdings of mid-sized nations. These aren't just crypto firms. They're dollar wholesalers. So what happens when these digital currencies, designed to be neutral and fast, begin to function as dollar proxies in countries with unstable regimes, weak currencies, or authoritarian capital controls? They begin to matter. Let's look at Argentina. Inflation soared past 300% in 2024. The peso collapsed. What did people turn to? Not the official banking system. Not gold. But USDT, Tether's synthetic dollar. In Nigeria, stablecoins are more widely used than the official Naira. In Venezuela, Lebanon, Turkey, same story. A digital underground of dollar demand has emerged, invisible to the IMF but very real to ordinary people. And here's the twist. It's not the Federal Reserve running this expansion. It's crypto firms. This isn't just currency substitution. It's currency duplication. And unlike physical dollars, synthetic dollars move at light speed. They can be sent across borders instantly, stored in a phone, traded 24/7. For the billions of people living in countries with corrupt governments, broken banks, or black market economies, stablecoins are not speculation. They're salvation. And yet, they also serve a strange master, the US Treasury. Why? Because nearly all these stablecoins are backed by US debt. So when you hold USDT or USDC, you're indirectly funding the US government. Tether, Circle, and similar firms use customer funds to buy short-term Treasury bills. And that demand isn't small, it's huge. Some analysts now estimate that by 2026, stablecoin reserves could hold over $400 billion in treasuries, enough to shift auction dynamics. This means that crypto, the space that once screamed for financial sovereignty, is underwriting the very empire it tried to escape. Stablecoins have become the synthetic glue of the global dollar system. And this brings us to a deeper realization. In the modern age, control over money isn't about who prints it. It's about who settles it. Who owns the rails? Visa and MasterCard ruled for decades. SWIFT dictated global clearance. But now? USDT is being used in cross-border trade deals between Chinese importers and Latin American manufacturers. USDC is becoming the standard for Web3 payroll and DeFi lending. And for emerging markets? Stablecoins are a Trojan horse. Governments may ban Bitcoin, but stablecoins offer liquidity, predictability, and dollars. As of 2025, over 90% of stablecoin volume comes from non-US users. What we are witnessing is the dollar going offshore, not physically, but digitally. It's dollarization without permission. But this raises a dangerous question. If synthetic dollars dominate commerce outside US borders, without Fed control, without FDIC oversight, what happens in a crisis? What happens if tethered to pegs? If Circle faces a cyber attack? If a rogue stablecoin inflates supply or collapses overnight? The IMF, BIS, and G20 have begun to sound the alarm. But regulation is still patchwork. Meanwhile, the demand grows. Even the US government is playing both sides. Trump's administration in 2025 proposed the Digital Reserve Bill, which encourages stablecoin use abroad while tightening domestic scrutiny. Its financial statecraft: outsource the rails, control the reserves. In this way, stablecoins have become the weaponized liquidity of the digital era. Sanctions? Slow. Capital flight? Limited. Stablecoins? Irreversible. And here's the chilling part. It's not just rogue regimes that are vulnerable. If the world ever turns on US debt, if Treasury yields spike, if inflation returns, then every stablecoin backed by T-bills becomes a contagion vector. A synthetic dollar crisis could trigger a very real one. And yet, the genie is out. Stablecoins are not going away. They are expanding. Embedded into crypto, fintech, trade, and remittances. With or without permission. So what do? Track stablecoin reserves like central banks track gold. Understand the risk behind the peg. Know that the future of the dollar may not be minted in DC, but programmed in code, backed by Treasury bills, and moving faster than regulation can follow. This is the rise of the synthetic dollar. Not printed. Not blessed. But believe. Thank you for watching FluxFolio Finance. Like, subscribe, and drop a comment. Will stablecoins save the dollar or sink it? Because sometimes, the future of money doesn't arrive with a bang. It arrives with a quiet ping.